Hey guys, it's Crypto Clay here, and I wanted to give an explanation of my video yesterday. A lot of people downvoted my video and made claims that I was just spreading FUD with the Binance controversy. Now, I want to say that I still stand by everything that I said yesterday in my video on YouTube and my live stream on Twitch. So I'm not going to apologize for anything that I said. However, I just want to explain that never once yesterday did I say that Binance had been hacked. All I was saying that I was skeptical. I was very skeptical because I've experienced hacks with other cryptocurrency exchanges in the past, and it had a lot of red flags yesterday and the day before with Binance that mimicked previous cryptocurrency exchange hacks. And, you know, there's still not very much information out there yet. Binance showed everybody their Bitcoin wallets and their Ethereum wallets addresses. However, they didn't show all of their other trading pair wallets. So, you know, you can say that they weren't hacked because they're back up trading again, and that's fine. However, I just want you to know that many of these other exchanges were trading even after they were hacked. So keep that in mind. Always have healthy skepticism, guys. Always, always, always. You know, there is nothing wrong with protecting yourself. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Do not be a fanboy of one of these cryptocurrency exchanges just because your money is on it. Like, that is not the way to act, guys. So that being said, I am going to show my entire live stream from yesterday after this, so stay tuned for that. But just realize that what I'm trying to do with my channel is educate people and try to keep them safe from losing their money. And that is one of my biggest goals with my channel. So you can downvote me, you can disagree with me all you want. That's fine, but I'm not going to change my attitude on that. That will never change. So with all that being said, go ahead and watch the live stream from yesterday if you didn't watch it on Twitch already. And that's going to be it for today. Crypto Clay out. Let's go ahead and get started. I feel like we've got enough people in here to go ahead and get started with what I wanted to talk about. Obviously, the main thing that everybody is talking about right now is Binance, and people are worried about what's happening with Binance, and I completely understand. A lot of people have a lot of money invested on the Binance exchange, so it makes sense. It makes complete sense to me that they're worried about what's going on. There's a lot of panic right now, which surprisingly, there's not a lot of panic selling going on right now in the market. I think it's still so much up in the air that Bitcoin is just trading sideways at this point because nobody really knows what's going on. Binance is doing a good job of telling everybody exactly what's going on. They've completely updated everybody repeatedly every couple of hours on Twitter. So if you're not following their Twitter, then you should be, especially if you have money on their exchange, because they've been posting updates regularly on Twitter. Not only are they posting on their actual Twitter account, but the CEO is also posting. For those of you that don't know, John McAfee actually straight out attacked Bitfinex, or Binance, I'm sorry, not Bitfinex, Binance. He came out and said, let's see, Binance has suspended trading. The company claims that they are doing a system upgrade and will resume at 2 a.m. GMT Friday. While I have no hard evidence, rumors are flying among top crypto influencers that they may have been hacked. We'll keep you informed. So as you can see, somebody with a lot of influence in computers like John McAfee has had a lot of response from this tweet. 1.5k likes, 619 retweets, and 973 replies. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these replies. There are a lot of people that are saying a lot of things. A lot of people are pissed off that he would say something like this. A lot of people are screaming that it's all FUD, and that's understandable. People are going to react irrational in a time like this whenever it comes to their money. They're going to say really stupid things, and they're going to, respond with emotion. And it makes sense. We're talking about a lot of money at risk here. So, he is a shady dude. He is a shady dude. No doubt about it. And you have to ask yourself, what would he stand to gain from spreading FUD like this? And I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer to that. However, that's something you should definitely think about. But on the other side of the coin, what if he's right? What if he is right? The thing is, if you go on the Binance Twitter, they responded to him with Binance has not been hacked. Please do not spread false information. If you want to keep updated on the status of our system upgrade, you're welcome to follow these two. That is the CEO and their Twitter account. So let's go back and read some of their tweets. 18 hours ago, they said a system maintenance is in progress. Some users may experience a temporary decrease in exchange performance while this is underway. Thank you for your understanding. So then, an hour later, they basically came out and said there was going to be an extension on, and now this article isn't even available. Awesome. That's not good. So then the CEO, an hour after that, said we experienced a server issue on our replica database cluster, causing some data to be out of sync. Need to fully resync from master. Due the size of the data, it will take several hours. No data is lost. We appreciate your understanding and support. So, yeah, that makes sense to me. If you had a problem replicating your flashbacks, then it makes sense, right? That all makes sense to me. But if you're having to rebuild from a replica and you know that it usually takes X amount of time to do so, then you can make an accurate assumption of how long it will take. And you can post that to Twitter, especially if you're the CEO. You can make an announcement like that. And he did. He basically said, it'll take several hours, right? He said that. So then he said, 2 hours later, still waiting on data copy. It will take a while, another 10 hours at the current estimate. Due to the unexpected length of time, we will allow 30 minutes for people to withdraw orders before trading resumes when system is back. So he flat out said, due to the unexpected length of time, we'll allow 30 minutes for people to withdraw orders before trading resumes. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea because a lot of people are going to be panicked as soon as As soon as the floodgates open, people are going to be crazy. I guarantee it. So then, 6 hours ago, Binance tweeted, due to an unforeseen slowdown in the speed of our data sync, we now estimate for all trading activity to resume 4 a.m. UTC. In the 30 minutes prior to the commencement of trading, users will be able to utilize all other account-related functions. We'll do updates every 2 hours or so until issue is solved. Okay, so then, as promised, so that's a good thing. They promised that every 2 hours they would make updates, and they held to their word here. 4 hours ago, it said, as currently stands, data sync is steadily progressing. At this rate, we will stand by our previous estimation of trading activities resuming on the 9th at 4 a.m. UTC. Thank you for your patience and understanding. We sincerely apologize for any inconveniences caused. A lot of inconveniences. You know, a lot of people have a lot of money on this exchange. So then 2 hours ago, happy to say that we are still on track for trading to recommence at 4 a.m. UTC. Reminder, we will allow a 30-minute window where users can cancel open orders prior to trading being open. We will continue to update every 2 hours until the upgrade is complete. Then 16 minutes ago, they said, we are traveling steadily. Trading is still estimated to recommence at 4 a.m. UTC on the 9th. Thank you all for continuing to remain so patient and understanding. Reminder, we will allow a 30-minute window where users are able to cancel orders prior to trading being reopened. Okay, let's go to the CEO's Twitter. Oh no, did they remove it? Okay, here it is. This is what I wanted to find. So let's take a look at the argument between John McAfee and Binance. So I read this earlier. Don't want to read that again. Then Binance responded with, Binance has not been hacked. Please do not spread false information. If you want to keep updated on the status of our system upgrade, you're welcome to follow. And then he responded with, just some questions, please. Planned outages are usually announced to a company's user base well in advance. The surprise aspect of yours concerns me. Next, there are screen images, possibly photoshopped from different people that appear to indicate a hack. Can you comment? Then Binance did something pretty ballsy. They posted both their Bitcoin and their Ethereum wallet addresses. And if you go and take a look at both of these blockchains, which I encourage you to do, you can see that neither one of these cold storage wallets has been hacked. However, my response to that is, well, are these the only two currencies that are traded on their exchange? And you might say, well, Clay, they're the largest. Yeah, that's right, but what about Neo? What about, all of these other platform cryptocurrencies that are traded on here? Litecoin? Like, what about Ripple? All of these, large cryptocurrencies that get traded on here have a ton of volume on Binance. And so you have to take a look at that as well. And they didn't post all of those addresses. So you have no idea what is going on behind the scenes with those. In fact, when Cryptsy was hacked, which for those of you that don't know, Cryptsy was the largest altcoin exchange, and it was hacked back in 2015, I believe it was. 2015 or 2016. Anyways, when it was hacked, the largest cryptocurrencies at the time were not the ones that were hacked. It was actually a very small cryptocurrency project that was hacked. But the thing is there was millions of dollars worth of that small cryptocurrency project on Cryptsy. And there was no way for Cryptsy to pay that back. So Binance might be one of the largest, if not the largest, cryptocurrency exchanges in the world right now, but that doesn't negate the fact that if millions of dollars are stolen from an exchange like this, that it would end this exchange. They would not have the funds to pay those back. And the thing is Cryptsy, even after they were hacked, they still continued to trade, and they didn't tell anybody that they had been hacked for 6 months until finally they realized that there was no way they could recoup those funds. They finally had to tell everybody, look, we messed up, guys. We thought that we could make these funds back by raising the rate on the fees, and we couldn't. That's essentially what happened. And so the creator of that exchange just took all of the money that was left and ran. That's exactly what he did. And all of this is public information, guys. You can go and read all about this. But the thing is, the biggest thing that I want everybody to take from this is that no centralized exchange is invulnerable to a hack. Even an exchange like Binance, being one of the largest in the world, doesn't make it invulnerable to attack. Mt. Gox was the largest exchange in the world at the time whenever it was hacked. Bitfinex was the largest exchange in the world at the time that it was hacked. Not many people know that Bitfinex was actually hacked. It's still one of the largest exchanges in the world. However, it had millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin stolen from their margin lending, because they have to separate the wallets between their exchange trading and their margin trading platforms. Now, I'm not saying any of these things to try and create FUD. I'm not trying to say that Binance was for sure hacked. I'm trying to make points to show you guys that no centralized exchange is safe. And the reason that I bring that up is because if you had money on Binance, or if you have money on Binance that you can't afford to lose, then it should not be on Binance. And that's where I'm going with this. This is a huge warning to anybody that is trading too much on any exchange that they can't afford to lose. Future-proof, you're absolutely right. The only thing that really can fix an issue like this is a decentralized exchange, because everybody has access to all of their own funds. Even if the server for the web layout goes down, you still have access to your private keys. And that's very vital in a situation like this. It's incredibly vital. So I'm not trying to create fear and panic and uncertainty, but it is very uncertain what's going on right now behind the scenes. You know, Binance is trying to do their best to persuade everybody that nothing has happened, and they're being very outspoken, which is great. But at the same time, talk is cheap. You can say that you weren't hacked, and that's fine. You can show a couple of your wallet addresses and show that those weren't hacked, but that's not everything. Plus, for anybody that knows how snapshots work, you understand that creating a copy of something and re-imaging something gives you an exact time of how long it takes. It can show you in the process how long it takes to re-image something. So everybody that's logging onto Binance right now and saying, well, the platform is up, I can log in just fine, you're looking at a snapshot. You're looking at a snapshot of Binance from yesterday. You are not looking at the current state of Binance. Yep, cool coin. I definitely need to do that, man. I need to do that for sure. It's a really good idea. Making a video on how to trade into small projects that, you know, you're basically hodling and you want to put it into cold storage. I need to do a video on something like that for sure. You're absolutely right. I want to see a DEX right now. There are definitely DEXs out there. You just have to know where to look. But the main point of this video, guys, the main point that counterparty, counterwallet, that's not my favorite DEX. BitShares is a DEX, and it has been around the longest. It has stood the hands of time. So, the test of time, I should say. So let's take a look at some of the people that are making claims on Twitter. So this person in all caps said, Binance has not been hacked, you stupid fucking chickens. Chill the fuck out. Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Christ. Wow. So this person is clearly emotional. He probably has way too much money on Binance right now. And so I responded with, I don't think there will be enough caps lock for you if it turns out Binance was actually hacked. Now, keep in mind, guys, that this is coming from a guy who had money on Mt. Gox and had money on Cryptsy, and so I know what it feels like to have my money stripped away from me. And we're talking about not a small sum. In fact, on Discord the other day, I posted my Bitcoin wallet that I had, or my Bitcoin that I had on Cryptsy when it went down. I think it was like 57 Bitcoin at the time when Cryptsy went down, and I also had some Litecoin and a few other coin projects. Like at the time, I think Clam was one of the largest cryptocurrencies. So I had a lot of money taken from me whenever that went down. So I'm trying to talk to people like this on Twitter, and he responded, well, it turns out it wasn't, and then posted that tweet that I told you guys about, the two wallet addresses of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I basically told him the same thing that I told you guys, It's naive to look at this and say they weren't compromised. Are Bitcoin and Ethereum the only two assets they trade? And he said, you're saying words, but all I'm hearing is cluck, cluck, cluck. I'm a chicken, cluck, cluck. I don't understand that ERC20 tokens are stored on an ETH address, cluck, cluck. I basically told him, you must be new to this space. I'll let that one slide. Yeah, cool coin. I'm not a big fan of counterparty decks. Clay, I can't wait till you have your next house party. Gonna pick up KJ and Iway on the way there. Then you can show me your offline alt storage techniques, but the beer might make me forget the lesson. So this is completely off topic, but I'm actually gonna have to put my house up for sale soon, just because certain circumstances in my personal life are requiring me to sell my house. And I haven't decided where I'm going to go yet. I haven't decided if I'm going to stay here or move back down to Texas. So I've got options. I just need to figure out what I'm going to be doing with that. But let's get back on topic as far as Binance goes. So something that I like to talk about often are these old hacks. And a lot of the same red flags that we had back then with these exchanges are showing up today on some of these centralized exchanges that we have. And the reason that I say that is because if you go on Twitter and see some people's experiences of losing money on Binance or, not having their funds actually transferred into their account, it definitely smells a lot like some of these other past experiences that I've had on these other exchanges that were hacked. And so I want everybody to be very skeptical, because being skeptical is healthy, guys. There's nothing wrong with being skeptical. I'm not saying that Binance was hacked. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that I'm skeptical. And do I think Binance is a great trading platform? Absolutely I do. But the thing is it's a centralized exchange, and I'm not a fan of centralized exchanges just because of this specific reason. Binance is not backed by anything. You cannot retrieve their funds if they are hacked and close their doors and file for bankruptcy. So please keep all of this in mind. Again, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I just want everybody to see both sides of the story. As far as Binance goes, I want everybody to remain as calm as possible in a time like this, because the thing is if Binance was hacked and we find out about it, it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be next week, it might not be next month. We might not find out until, 6 months from now, a year from now. They can hide these things so well because they don't have to release their cold storage wallet addresses. It's very easy to hide things like this, especially with private coins like Monero and things like that. What's up, Panda? The thing is, guys, I don't want you to leave money on an exchange that you can't afford to lose. That is the biggest issue here. That is the absolute biggest issue here. The fact that there are just too many people trading on centralized exchanges, not realizing that they could lose their money in an instant. All of these new people in the game, all of these new crypto investors that just got started in the past few months don't realize that they could lose their money in an instant on a centralized exchange. Most of them don't even know how to create a wallet and send their funds to a private wallet. So we need to spread this information as far as possible to all of these new users. Otherwise, we'll have other occurrences like we had with Mt. Gox and things like that. Let's go ahead and move to this camera. I don't know what's happening. So we're talking about cryptocurrencies, Panda. We're talking about cryptocurrencies. We're not playing video games today, man. There's a lot of good information out there right now as to what's going on, and I encourage you all to research just exactly what is going on. The thing is, guys, if Binance was hacked, there is going to be a drop in the market, and it's going to be very substantial because it's going to spread fear, it's going to spread uncertainty. A lot of the people that would get burned from that would completely get out of the market. I know after Cryptsy, I got completely out of the market for like a year. I didn't touch the market. I was so bitter and hurt that I wanted nothing to do with cryptocurrencies. But then after a while, I began to realize that it wasn't Cryptsy's fault. It was my own. You know, I lost that money by leaving it on a centralized exchange, and that's the mentality that you have to have in this space. We're in the wild, wild west. I've said it plenty of times, and you have to be responsible for your own money, and that's the beauty. That's also the beauty of this space. You have responsibility of your funds. A bank can't say, well, you can't withdraw your funds today because we don't have them. We loaned them out to somebody for a home loan. No, you have complete control of your money in the cryptocurrency space, and that's beautiful. That is a very beautiful thing. You want to lend out your money and make a return on it? Go for it. It's your money. Banks currently take your money, your fiat, and lend it out to people for a substantial fee, and then you get 0.01% in a savings account for the money that they're lending out and making a profit on, all in exchange for security. Well, we've seen just how secure the banking industry is over the past 100 years here in the United States, and it has not been very secure at all, guys. Look at the Great Depression. Look at the housing market collapse of 2008. Great examples of just how secure our banking and financial industry is here in the United States. So, cryptocurrencies are a great thing, but cryptocurrencies also require you to be responsible, a lot more responsible with your own money. And you need to keep that in mind. So, any money that you currently have on any centralized exchanges, whether it's Bittrex, whether it's Binance, whether it's Bitfinex, any of those exchanges, you need to be very skeptical, especially if it's money that you can't afford to lose. First of all, you shouldn't be invested in more than you can afford to lose. Me personally, I'm living off of cryptocurrencies right now, but I accept those risks. Are you willing to accept those risks? Right now, I'm 27 years old, and I'm still very young, and I can afford to make those kinds of risks. However, if you are 60 years old and planning on retiring in 4.5 years, then you probably can't afford to take those kinds of risks. Like, I think of my mother, who in several years from now can retire. She would not be in the position to go all in on cryptocurrencies because it's too damn risky. So you have to decide what you can afford to lose in your current financial situation. Everybody is different. Me personally, I've decided to go all in on crypto. I have some money in outside financial systems, but not very much, guys. Most of my money is tied up in cryptocurrencies, and, you know, that's the way that it is for me. But you have to decide what's best for you, and I'm telling you that centralized exchanges are not what's best for you. Do not leave your money on a centralized exchange. If you need help trying to figure out how to create a cold storage wallet for, smaller cryptocurrencies, then look up that information. Do your research. Do not get involved in smaller cryptocurrencies until you know that information. I might take KoolCoin's advice and make a video about that because that sounds like a really great idea, but you should still be trying to research that information on your own. Have you used or used Binance? I have used Binance, but the thing is I place a trade on Binance and immediately take those funds off of Binance and do not keep them on Binance. That's the thing, guys. I place a transaction to send money to Binance for a cryptocurrency that's not listed on any other cryptocurrencies exchanges, and then I place that trade. I get my funds that I want to recoup, and I send them to whatever wallet I want to receive that on. That's exactly what I do. I don't ever leave money on Binance. I think I have like $1,000 on Binance right now. So I don't ever leave money on Binance. I don't trust centralized exchanges enough for that. And the only reason I have $1,000 on Binance is because I like to trade using Binance coins because of the cheaper fees. And then also, I believe I had something that I was waiting on. I don't even remember. But yeah, I do not leave money on exchanges. All of my money, for the most part, is in private wallets. Because I've told plenty of people this before, but I don't really day trade. You know, most of my assets are in long-term holds. I take a look at projects that are undervalued and I find value in them and I hold on those projects. The Pony Roleplay Minecraft. That we don't currently have a way. Wow. Okay. Awesome. That's hilarious, man. Oh, good stuff. All right. Cool coin. I saw what you posted. I'll try and make a video. The thing is every project is different, man. So I might show some of the smaller projects that I'm invested in, but every single project is different. Can you kill posts on here that are crap like you can on YouTube and Discord? Yeah, absolutely. And moderators, my mods that I have on here as well, can kill posts too. And then Moobot is an auto mod, so. But if you guys don't have any other questions for me, I'll open up questions for about 5 minutes here, and then I'm gonna get off. So, any questions that you guys have, feel free to ask, and then I'm gonna log off of here for the day. I will shut up and let others pipe up and ask stuff. If no takers, I might jump in after a bit. So yeah, let's keep questions limited to Binance and potential hacks of cryptocurrency exchanges. Let's do that. But if nobody has any questions for me, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up by saying that I'm probably going to continue. Where do you store ADA? I use the Daedalus wallet. Do you use a bot? I'm currently running a bot on Binance. I do not use any bots. Is your 1K on Binance all in BNB? No. No, it's not. I'm going to wrap this up by saying that I'm probably going to start having to stream on Twitch more. Just because YouTube has banned me from streaming. So if you have not already, please subscribe, or not subscribe, follow me on Twitch so that you can get a live update whenever I do go live. I'm probably going to be turning this channel into more of a cryptocurrency channel on Twitch just because I don't really game anymore. So if I ever do decide to game again, then I might bring back streaming my video games on Twitch, but I don't see that happening anytime in the foreseeable future, guys. So anybody that is going to watch this later on that used to be one of my gaming viewers, I apologize for any confusion that you might have, but this is the current scenario that I'm in. I don't really have the option of streaming on YouTube right now, which is where I've been housing all of my cryptocurrency talks. So, again, I apologize about that. RFID. I found you. I feel safe again. It says maintenance, right, on Binance. Yep. Does the Daedalus wallet have a lot of alts? No, it's only used for ADA. It's only used for ADA, man. Yes. Binance still is in maintenance mode. You can go back and watch this after I'm done streaming, and you can actually watch everything that we talked about, guys. It should be in the past broadcast folder, so you can click on my account here on Twitch and view this later on in past broadcasts. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming over to Twitch to watch my live stream. I know that it's a bit confusing right now, just having to switch between different platforms to watch me talk to you guys, but I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate all of the support that you guys give me with your views. So that's going to be it for today. I really appreciate it, guys. Crypto Clay out.